I hope you enjoy this.
Good morning, AJ. It's Monday, May 11th. Wayne, congratulations on winning the contest last week. I voted for you too, but everyone else, those were really good jokes. Thank you everybody who participated. And AJ, I'm looking forward to reading Call of Duty in your pants tomorrow. Also, as it is a sequel, please be prepared to send that into Hank and John after you read it to us. Now on Friday, me and Megan's mom went to go see Star Trek in theaters. And it was really good. Now, as you know, I've been a big Star Wars fan for many years. My whole life, in fact. Like you, I grew up on the movies. And I also took sides in the whole Star Wars versus Star Trek debate, which one was better. And so I've had a really bad taste about Star Trek a long time. This might have been exacerbated by the fact that when I was 5, I watched an episode of Star Trek with Dad that involved really big bugs and it scared me really badly. However, after watching the new Star Trek movie, which is awesome, and a couple of the old episodes as well, I realized that while you can compare and contrast Star Wars and Star Trek, you can't really decide conclusively which one is better of the other because you're basically comparing apples and oranges. Now, obviously the two series carry a lot of superficial similarities, but I think that when you really get down deep into it, they're not quite as similar as you might think. Now, I think that a big part of this is the format and the intrinsic differences between a syndicated television series and a series of feature films. Now, because of these differences, I think that Star Wars and Star Trek are kind of setting off to do different things, and that's why I can't really compare them as such. Star Trek, on one hand, because of its episodic content, allows you to really kind of look in on each of the individual characters, because you can have an entire segment, an entire episode just on one character, or another character, or the relationship between them. So you can really look more in-depth at the characters, and as such, I think that Star Trek kind of becomes more of a character piece than anything else. This, again, is simply because this is an episode-based television show wherein each episode traditionally is kind of a disjointed plot element, and it's plot insofar as it presents some kind of a challenge that the characters have to overcome, and in overcoming it, they kind of grow, and we get to see that growth of the characters. This is only furthered by the plot of the Star Trek show, wherein, you know, because Captain Kirk and the Enterprise are on a 5-year mission, each episode generally ends up with them going onto a planet for one reason or another. There's some kind of a problem. They solve this problem so that they can leave, and then they fly off onto the next planet to repeat in the next episode. Now, once again, I'm still kind of a fledgling Star Trek fan, so viewers, you can go ahead and refute these claims if you would like. Star Wars, on the other hand, is a series of feature-length films, and like most films, they are carried on primarily by their plot. Now, Star Wars has a very large cast of characters, and each character, especially the main characters, obviously do get a lot of screen time, a lot of personalization, but only insofar as they can carry on the overarching meta plot. So I guess just to generalize, Star Wars is more about the plot and Star Trek is more about the characters. Possibly more on this later. I actually have to go finish some class projects right now, so AJ, I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm also really looking forward to the book. The rest of you, discuss.